Yo, what up gamers, I'm Vapor Dark, and today we're going to be VOD reviewing another one of RNG Gala's Lucian games. Actually going to be starting the Doran's Blade for once. Usually, I think pretty much every single game that I've spectated of pro players during this bootcamp has actually been a longsword star game. However, finally going to be seeing somebody start Doran's Blade here against the Draven and Rel. Obviously makes a lot of sense. They're going to be very deadly on the all-ins. You want to have the extra HP from the Doran's Blade in order to survive those fights. The sustain won't be as important as just being able to survive when they just immediately engage on you. So, gonna be able to get the push advantage right now in the early levels, since Rel is not able to pressure the mini wave as well as Nami is, so they will be hitting level 2 first. Lucian taking this opportunity to trade against the Draven here while Draven is trying to play catch up. So gonna have the range advantage from Nami in order to harass as well. Gonna shove this fast enough that it will start to reset a little bit. Most of this wave will be under turret. Yep, putting in a lot of poke there, making sure to always hold the E for the Rel engage. As long as he always has E, Rel cannot really engage, so just make sure not to use that, even if he could force a favorable trade onto Draven. Okay, gonna dash away there, getting ganked. Doesn't have flash because of the level 1, so we'll have to heal there. Ooh, okay, gets hit by the engage. However, not really gonna lock him down for too long. Picks up a kill there. Alright, good shit. We're getting a kill there. We'll force the Draven flash as well. Now we'll look to shove this in. Maybe even look to tower dive the Draven here. Nobody has flash though. Yeah, Draven will just back off here. Knows he can't really stay. So, gonna look, it seems, to get this plating before he backs. Makes sense, he's got plenty of time to get the plating and still back, since he knows Draven only backed very recently. No chance that Draven just shows up in lane now and cancels his back. Nor will Draven have much time to shove this in under the turret. So picks up the pickaxe and the longsword. Also sitting on 2 cookies. Currently double Draven's farm. And also sitting on a kill, so it's going to have a pretty good lead here. I would say usually this lane is favored towards the Draven and the Rel, just because I think Rel is supposed to have a better laning phase than Nami. However, Lucian and Nami have this insane synergy together, as you probably will know by now, which makes their laning phase like much better than it actually really should be. And on top of that, the fact that he's already got a lead, the Lucian, I think this lane is going to be absolutely unlosable for them at this point. Okay, probably gonna be going on the Rel here since. Oh wow! Wow! What the hell? Double TP, Jesus. Yeah, TP is bugged in replays, by the way. So those guys just blocked out of thin air. But actually, they were TPing. That's okay. That's why he was playing so defensively. I was wondering why he wasn't just committing onto the Rel there. And Draven escaped, so there was no point going on Draven anymore. But Rel was still killable. But that's why he wasn't really willing to commit there. Apparently, there was a double TP. Pretty unfortunate, but okay. That's TP down on TF and Aatrox. That always fucking gets me so off guard, man. God damn, they just stick P out of nowhere. So weird. Okay. Grabs another longsword. So Draven now has a kill and is also pretty much caught up in farm, so gonna be a bit more interesting matchup now, but yeah, at the same time, I actually still think this is going to be favored towards the Lucian Nami, because I mean, now that I think about it, Lucian is a pretty good stylistic matchup into Rel. I think it's going to be really hard for Rel to ever hit a proper engage onto Lucian. On top of that, Draven should usually be able to outdamage Lucian. I don't think that will actually be the case though, if Lucian's got a Nami buffing him up. They also don't have exhausted shit on the Lucian's bursts, so yeah, I think this will be a pretty good matchup for the Lucian. We'll see how Gala maneuvers himself in this matchup, see how he manages to hopefully bring about a lead here. Okay, currently has no vision of Rel. We'll find her there. Doesn't want to like dash onto the Draven if he doesn't know where Rel is. We're going to be going real aggressive there. And as you can see, he's got plenty of room to do that. If the Rel just can't find the engage on him if he's just holding E. Immediately dash backwards after that trade so he avoids turret damage. As long as he's staying out of Rel's range, he won't be getting engaged on him. Won't have to do that anyway. Okay, gonna flash there since he didn't have a Z up yet. Just gonna completely deny the Rel engage, so Rel is in there for no reason. Just gonna get completely screwed there. Okay, apparently Windwall is also invisible in replay. Okay, gonna go for the plating here, I guess. Ooh, Nami greening for that. We'll be fine though. Currently executing the world's slowest dive. Okay, we'll find the Draven there. Almost gets the Kha'Zix. Waiting for his team. Just waiting for the fight to happen. Doesn't want to tank the turret for his teammates because if he does and they just dive on him, he could die. So just playing that dive really slowly. We'll eventually find those kills. Only sitting on 3 kills to Draven's 2. Actually, Draven is still doing a good job of just staying in this matchup. Okay, gonna be able to grab a Noon Quiver as well as a Crit Cloak. So gonna be really bursty here. It doesn't go for boots. I guess he's got magical boots anyway. We'll grab the refillable potion and a pink ward. I think honestly, refillable potion at this stage of the game is kind of wasted. It's decent, maybe a level 3, but at this point, especially when you get a Nami, a healing support, I don't think that healing is gonna come in too clutch, especially since you're not in a poke matchup. We'll grab that. We'll have the extra slot for the boots anyway once he places this pink. The pink you can either place in a brush if he wants to deny vision from the enemy bot lane to maybe set up a Nami bubble. And also place the pink right about here if he wants some more defensive vision. Probably won't be necessary this game though because I doubt they're ever going to really be under turret. Yeah, just looking to freeze right now. We'll finally get the chance to freeze here and deny some farm from the Draven. Draven gonna have to use the E to get the cannon there. Does get the cannon, but costs him his E cooldown. And we'll have to miss out on the rest of this farm. At the moment, Lucian has no reason to ever break this freeze. Draven and Rel are gonna be kind of screwed here until this eventually finally starts pushing back to them, if ever. At the moment, it's really hard for them to even get into XP range. It's just a really brutal situation to be in. Also, by even trying to be around, they just get massively chunked out there. However, this did force some of the minions to aggro the Lucian. That's going to break the freeze. Gala realizes immediately that the freeze is broken. I'm going to start immediately shoving instead. Enemy Ballin is now low HP, so he wants to start pressing the advantage immediately. Doesn't want to give them time to recover HP. Doesn't want to give them time to back either. Also, he's got currently Echo and Yasuo on the bot side. Might be looking for a dive here. Okay, just gonna be able to get a free kill onto the Rel there. Draven once again being forced to back off here. Missing out on even more farm. Currently sitting on 39 farm to Lucian 77, about half CS down. Absolutely brutal lead for the Lucian here. Where was the Herald dropped? That mid? Yeah, that was okay. Okay, so currently staying in lane. Whoa, oh wow, actually Draven even stayed. Huh. Yeah, staying in lane, getting those platings. Didn't want to back yet. Okay, just gonna be focusing the Rel here. Yeah, just gonna keep pressuring the turret. Ooh, actually could have maybe even killed Draven there. Yeah, currently has no reason to back. Okay, there's another invisible TF TP. Yeah, currently has no reason to back. Even if Draven had actually backed there, he still has all the power in the world, all the agency to just shove another wave and just back whenever he wants. Even with an adamant, well, even after backing, Draven would not have an adamant advantage and will still be really down in XP. So. Gonna choose to back now. I'm guessing he's hit a pretty big gold power spike, so we'll be easily able to pick up either the Go for the Kraken Slayer. I'm guessing we'll go for the Gale Force. No, okay, Kraken Slayer this game. Presumably wants that to burn down the Rel faster. We'll also grab the Berserkers and a Longsword.
Red team has slain the dragon.
So we're gonna have a lot of DPS here. Speed this forwards. Yes, this lane arrives into a reset. Maybe we'll get the chance to freeze again here. Except that, ooh, okay. It's gonna go directly onto the Draven. Gonna be an immediate kill, despite the Kazakhs being around there. Gonna keep going aggressive. Yeah, Rel has to use her engage as an escape there. Just even if she tried to jump onto Lucian there, she would have just died so fast. Lucian also still had the flash up, still had the option of flashing that if he thought it was necessary, but honestly, I think she just dies there mid-jump. Would have been absolutely useless, so just gonna jump away instead. We're gonna choose to farm there and deny some farm before getting the turret. Doesn't want to bother denying the next wave, just wants to get the turret ASAP. Doesn't want to risk giving the enemy time to like collapse on him. Also gives him time to steal these golems. I think now he's probably going to decide it's not worth actually staying there to try and serve another wave. But we'll see. He knows that his team is currently in base. I don't know if he knows where Rel is. But they got plenty of vision as well. Okay, so we'll choose to get the next wave. But I'm gonna back now. Definitely gonna look to back sometime here anyway because of the massive amount of gold that he's sitting on. So we're gonna be grabbing a Caulfield's Hammer and selling the refillable for Sheen. See, I don't think the refillable did anything, did it? He was never like in a position to actually need that HP. But oh well, it's only 75 gold. Lost didn't really cost him anything. I'm now gonna be rotating over to the top lane. It's the mid lane turret. Yeah, mid lane turret is still up, but gonna be going for the top lane because it's gonna be really easy to punish the Aatrox and deny him farm and just hit the turret freely. While the Aatrox has a really hard time trying to wave clear safely against the Lucian and Nami. They're currently having the massive lead that they do. Fight currently going on in the mid lane, decides that he should rotate over instead of pushing top, but not gonna be able to get there in time to actually influence the fight, so just gonna go for the red instead. Yeah, once that red buff, not gonna be able to get it though. Has to back off since he sees Aatrox there with Kazakhs. Yeah, at the moment he can't really push top anymore, not alone at least. It would be an easy collapse target for the Kazakhs and Aatrox and whoever else there, so not gonna go back top, just gonna go mid where it's a bit safer to push. In order to push the top, he would need Nami with him and he would also need some vision. At this point, now that he's mid though, he may as well just choose to stay here. I think it should be relatively easy turret either way. In top lane, he's making himself more of a target. Okay, maybe going for the TF here. Okay, gonna choose to go for the ult now that Nami hit the bubble, but not gonna be quite enough for the kill. Could have easily been a kill though. Waiting out the gold card first though, but we'll get taken down by the Kazakhs right after. Okay, Nami's gonna be an easy kill here as well. Or is she? Okay. I was speeding this up because I was so sure she was gonna die, but okay, not gonna be the case. Anyway, Lucian is able to finish the Essence Reaver from that. So we're gonna go straight back mid. What about that wave? He sees the Rel there. Rel probably, I guess. Oh, okay, Hex Flash nowhere in particular. Probably gonna move over to the side there, maybe. No, it has to be careful about his positioning. Doesn't want to get engaged on by Rel. Dashes in for the Kazakhs though, since he knows he can burst them down really hard. Kazakhs CC'd. Yeah, no real escape there. Unfortunately, hands over a free kill for the Draven. Which is not ideal, especially if Draven was sitting on quite a few stacks there. I'm not sure if it was, but... yeah, I think Draven cashed out 133 gold from that, so it's not the end of the world, but just the amount of gold that he could have done without getting. Okay, so getting a QSS, that's going to be for the gold card. I guess he figures that right now he's got all the damage in the world. Since he's still got a massive lead despite these 3 recent deaths. So he wants to get that little bit of safety in order to enable him to deal more damage. We keep going onto the Kazakhs, but not gonna be able to find them. That will shove the wave. We'll hopefully finally be able to pick up this mid lane turret. Hasn't really had any chances to actually start hitting that yet.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Yep, gonna be rotating over to the Herald now. Helping his team with that, then probably looking to shove another mid wave before he backs, or potentially he could just back right away and just leave the mid wave to Singed. We'll see what he chooses to do. Okay, yeah, seems he will choose to farm the mid wave, and then probably will want to stay for another mid wave after that. If he chooses to back without shoving yet another wave after this, then he will be missing out on some farm. If he shoves this next wave as well, he will have and just immediately backs right after that. He will have time to back and get back to mid without really missing any farm after. So let's see if he chooses to immediately back here. Currently sitting on 1300 gold, so could be getting the BF sword for the Infinity Edge. Yep, seems like he will choose to do that. Also, I guess he technically also needed the gold for his BF sword with that extra wave, but even regardless of that, I'm sure he would have shoved out that extra wave. Otherwise, he would have just been missing out on a wave in the long run. Or at least a decent amount of farm from that wave. Yeah, able to grab the BF sword here. Gonna go for Raptors before shoving out that mid wave. Presumably, he realizes they got very little vision around the bottom side, and his teammates weren't... Like, Nami is with him now, but wasn't running alongside him at the time. Didn't caught up yet, so while he's waiting for that, just gonna farm the Raptors first. Then he can go mid, grab that farm. Able to grab the red right after as well. Gonna choose to move over for a fight here. Thinks this is a good enough fight that it's worth for him rotating immediately before even seeing how the fight starts. And obviously as Lucian, he has a lot of agency to actually get onto those targets. Okay, gonna choose to cut off the Aatrox here. Doesn't want to just keep running towards him and try and immediately deal damage, but just looking to cut him off and eventually gets on him anyway, picks up that kill. But very smart. Aatrox's only escape would have been to run from here to here. If Lucian had just kept chasing the Aatrox directly, Aatrox would have been able to pull off that escape route, and then whether he survived or not would have been yet to be seen, but would have had a chance at that at least. With Lucian cutting him off, the only way he can run is directly into Lucian, so no bueno. Just ends up dying. You're gonna shove another wave here. How much gold is he sitting on? Yeah, gonna be able to pick up... No, actually, no. Not quite being able to pick up an Infinity Edge, so gonna stick around. Red buff is spawning right now anyway, so probably gonna be picking that up. Then again, he would have the gold for Infinity Edge right after that, but he would like to shove one more wave before going for that. At the moment, he's wasted a lot of... Not wasted a lot of time, but spent a lot of time. Ooh, okay. Oh, actually gonna back right away. But yeah, currently he's spent a lot of time between the first wave and the second wave getting that red buff. So if he chooses to back there, eventually that wave is just gonna fade into nothingness. So gonna go over to Echo instead since he wants to back there, but decides that the... Actually, one big thing that I did overlook there is Infinity Edge is such a massive power spike. If you choose to delay your back in favor of like grabbing another wave, potentially that comes without consequence, but potentially sometimes maybe a fight just breaks out by pure coincidence while you're farming that wave, and then you're just having to fight without the Infinity Edge, and that could have a big influence over the fight. If you just back immediately, sure, you're giving up that wave. Oh, okay, fight here. Okay, yeah, able to pick up quite a few kills there. Yeah. If you choose to back immediately for the Infinity Edge, yep, sure, okay, you're giving up that one wave. But, I mean, you got an Infinity Edge, who cares? What's one wave at that point, you know? At that point, you'd much rather just actually just back for the Infinity Edge. Get that immediately in your pocket, and then have that available for the next fight, ASAP. And ensure that there's no throw that happens because you're trying to fight without your Infinity Edge. Sometimes one wave is not the end of the world. Okay, just gonna be able to slightly bait the TF there. Yep. Easy kiss us into the gold card. Clean jukes onto the TF cards there, and they're able to pick up the Aatrox and just end the game here. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was Gala's Lucian. If you guys enjoyed this game, enjoyed the video, I hope you guys found this helpful. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, gamers.